Hello everybody and welcome back to Channel 2S. I'm your host Second Soundwave coming at you with some more Gunpla news. So yesterday was a pretty slow news day, but today we did get some cool new reveals, so I'm going to show those off to you guys pretty quick. So first up, we have the Sword Impulse Gundam. We all probably saw this coming since we got the Force Impulse, we got the Blast Impulse, and we probably also all saw it being P-Bandai because that's just how they are nowadays. I mean, at least it looks cool. The red looks nice. I always liked how the Sword Impulse looked. And what's really got me interested about this is that if you look in the bottom right corner at that image of the Force Impulse running its sword through the Freedom Gundam, it looks like the sword is going directly through the Freedom Gundam's body, which is making me wonder if we're going to get an extra sword that is split through the middle so you can recreate that scene. Because if you did, that would be pretty cool and a nice touch. I know they did something like that with the Robot Damashi, but I'm really interested now to see if they carry through with that on the high grade. Next up, we have the Master Grade Gundam, Nu Gundam Verka with Heavy Weapons System. This is something they kind of did for the High Nu Gundam Verka back when it came out. We got a Heavy Weapons System upgrade for it through the Premium Bandai web shop. And this set does look like it uses quite a bit of tooling from it. They're almost certainly reusing the gun and the shield. They might be reusing the hip armor as well. The only things I'm pretty sure are new here are the chest armor and the leg armor. And other than that, it's pretty much just Nu Gundam Verka, which is a very good kit, mind you, so it's still pretty awesome that this exists. It looks great. The only thing I'm not liking is that chest armor, because it just looks so cheap to me. Like, it's literally just one single piece of white plastic. Like, that's like some no-grade level color separation. I mean, that's kind of sad for Master Grade. But again, Premium Bandai, corners cut wherever they can, so it doesn't really surprise me. Honestly, I'm just going to wait out and grab a high-grade Universal Century Nu Gundam Heavy Weapon System at some point, because that kit just looks absolutely incredible. Like, seriously. The high grade Nu Gundam, just on its own, is a ridiculously awesome high grade. Like, that is a super underrated kit. I want to grab one at some point. I haven't got one in person, never had a chance to get my hands on one, but from every review I've seen, it just looked so good, and I'm really looking forward to grabbing one of those someday. And, of course, building my High Nu Gundam that I still have sitting in my backlog, because that guy looks awesome, too. Even if he doesn't have fully functioning funnels, he's still really, really cool. And again, Nu Gundam, Heavy Weapon System, really, really cool. Not necessarily thinking this Master Grade is going to be worth the 10,000 yen ask. So, next up we have some Gunpla Expo exclusives. Now this is something new, this is something interesting. So, what we have here is the real grade 00 Riser 7 Sword, or 007 Sword rather, since there's no riser to be seen here. And I'm kind of puzzled by this kit, because on one hand, like, okay, real grade 007 sword, that would be pretty cool, but the thing is, they don't generally make new tooling for the P-Bandai real grades. Like, when we got the real grade Strike Rouge with IWSP, they just took the IWSP from the old high grade and just retooled the pegs so it would fit on the backpack connector for the Strike Rouge. They didn't actually make a new pack for it. And I'm thinking with this that they probably just took the 7 sword parts from the high grade, gave them some new stickers to make them look all real grade like, and then threw them on the real grade. If that's the case, it would make sense since this is a Gunpla Expo kit and they tend to not really have any new tooling of any kind. However, on the other hand, it does look like there's quite a bit of gray frame style parts, especially on the big sword, so it could very well be new material. I'm not really sure, but it definitely has my interest. And then we have the usual range of clear and metallic kits you see at Gunpla Expo. So we have a clear Astaroth that looks like it's coming with the axe and chain weapon and the cleaver weapon from, I believe it was IBO Weapon Set 3. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then we have a mechanical clear version of the Master Grade Victory 2, which just looks like it's going to be an absolute train wreck. And honestly, I like to think that the Bandai engineer responsible for the Master Grade Victory 2 keeps the mechanical clear version of it on his desk as a reminder of his failure, because you can see every single interior detail in every place where they just completely botched that kit. And then we have a sort of semi-translucent armor in, looks like, I think it has a metallic frame version of the blue frame Astray real grade, so that looks pretty cool. They're doing an extra finished version of the Pale Rider, which is looking pretty awesome. I still think it's funny that we've gotten 3 different versions of that kit, and not one of them has been a retail release. And then we have a clear version of the Gouf Revive, looking pretty alright. And then there's also, I can't remember the name of it, but that Dragon SD Gundam, you can kind of see it off to the right there. I can't tell if that's supposed to be clear. I don't think they'd make a metallic version since it's already kind of metallic, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. But apparently that is going to be another one of the Expo exclusives. It looks like it's going to be 3,800 yen, so apparently they did something special to it. And that just about wraps it up. So we got some pretty interesting new things, some kind of new reveals to mull over and think about. I'm definitely interested in some of these, but there are, of course, others that I'm just really not that impressed by. Like that Nu Gundam heavy weapon system. I mean, all that really does is make me want to go out and get the high grade. But I do definitely have my eye on the 007 sword because I do really want to see where they go with that, since it could either end up being really boring or it could end up being really cool. So, hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Gunpla News. As always, I'm your host, Second Soundwave. If this is your first time watching one of these, please hit that subscribe button so you see more awesome Channel 2S content delivered to your sub box. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below, as I always love interacting with you guys. And I will see you next time.